California, the land of golden dreams, tech empires, and Hollywood magic. We've all seen the movies, right? The beaches, the sunshine, the lifestyle, but lately, the picture's been looking a little different. We're seeing more for sale signs than ever, U-Hauls heading east and people just leaving. Thousands are packing their bags, businesses are relocating, entire neighborhoods are emptying out. So what's going on? Why are so many people saying see you later to the Golden State? This isn't just about high rent or traffic, it's way bigger than that. We're talking about a perfect storm of economic collapse, policy backlash, rising crime, and a crumbling dream. It's like all the things that made California, are starting to disappear. Welcome to MRFACTNOVA, and today, we're diving deep into the real reasons behind the California exodus of 2025. We're talking facts, figures, and real stories from people who are living this reality every single day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon, because what you're about to hear might shock you. Alright, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the cost of living in California. You've probably heard it's expensive, but trust me, it's on another level. We're talking about California being the most expensive state to live in, by a long shot. And it's not just housing though, that's a huge part of it. Rent, groceries, utilities, everything seems to have a California premium slapped on it. You know how much a gallon of milk costs here? Let's just say you could buy a whole cow for that price in some states. And the crazy thing is, even with those high prices, salaries aren't keeping up. Over 60% of Californians are living paycheck to paycheck. That's right. Even those earning six figures are struggling to make ends meet. It's like being stuck on a financial treadmill, running as fast as you can but going nowhere. So why is it so expensive? Well, there are a few culprits. First, we've got insanely high housing demand. Everyone wants a piece of the California dream, but there's just not enough housing to go around. And it's not like they're building more. In fact, California has some of the strictest development regulations in the country. Then there's the issue of property taxes. California has some of the highest property taxes in the nation, which gets passed down from homeowners to renters. And let's not forget about inflation. It's hitting everyone hard, but it's especially brutal in California. California has always been a place of contrast, but the gap between the haves and have-nots has never been wider. And unfortunately, this disparity is fueling a surge in crime and homelessness that's shaking the state to its core. We're not just talking about petty theft here, though that's definitely a problem. We're talking about a rise in violent crime that's leaving people feeling unsafe in their own communities. Stores are closing up shop, residents are hiring private security, and the sense of security that California once offered is fading fast. It's a harsh reality check for a state that's often portrayed as a paradise. But it's not just about feeling unsafe, it's about the visible crisis unfolding on the streets every single day. The homeless population in California has exploded in recent years. In 2025, there are over 200,000 people living on the streets. That's more than the entire population of some cities. And it's not just a problem for those experiencing homelessness, it's impacting everyone. Residents are frustrated, feeling like their tax dollars aren't being used effectively to address the issue. It's a complex problem with no easy solutions, but one thing's for sure, it's contributing to the mass exodus from California. California has always been known for its entrepreneurial spirit, a place where dreamers and innovators come to build the future. But lately, that spirit has been facing some serious headwinds. We're talking about the crushing weight of taxes and regulations that are driving businesses out of California in droves. Let's start with taxes. California has some of the highest income taxes in the country. And it's not just income tax, we're talking high sales tax, gas tax, you name it, California probably taxes it, and those taxes add up, especially for businesses already operating on thin margins. But it's not just the taxes, it's the sheer volume of regulations that businesses have to navigate. California has a reputation for being one of the most regulated states in the nation. And that red tape can be a nightmare for businesses, especially small businesses. It's like trying to run a marathon with your shoelaces tied together. The result? Over 300 major companies have relocated from California to states like Texas, Florida, and Nevada in recent years. These states offer lower taxes, a more business-friendly environment, and a lot less red tape. And who can blame businesses for wanting to escape the California squeeze? Owning a home, it's the American dream, right? But in California, that dream has become more like a distant mirage. The median home price in California is now over $800,000. That's right, $800,000. And that's just the median. In desirable areas like San Francisco and Los Angeles, you're looking at well over $1 million for a tiny condo. And it's not just the big cities. Even remote towns are experiencing inflated housing prices. Remember that cute little cabin in the woods you always dreamed of? Yeah, that'll cost you a cool $1 million now. But it's not just the sticker shock, it's the added expenses that come with owning a home in California. Property taxes are sky high, and don't even get me started on homeowners insurance. It's enough to make even the most die-hard Californian reconsider their options. And that's exactly what people are doing. They're packing up and moving to states where their money can actually buy them a decent place to live. States like Texas, Arizona, and Idaho are seeing a huge influx of Californians seeking better value for their money. California has always been known for its progressive politics, but lately that progressive spirit has become a source of contention for many residents. There's a growing sense of dissatisfaction with California's political leadership, its strict laws, and its ever-expanding list of mandates. From environmental regulations to social policies, California seems to be at the forefront of every major political debate. And while many support these progressive ideals, others feel like the state has gone too far, too fast. The result is a widening political divide that's fueling the California exodus. People are frustrated with the direction of the state, and they're voting with their feet. They're seeking out states with different values, different priorities, and a different approach to governance. This political fatigue is reflected in the low approval ratings for state leaders and the increasing polarization of the electorate. It's a sign that the California dream, at least for some, is starting to feel more like a political nightmare. So, if people are leaving California in droves, where are they going? Well, the data paints a pretty clear picture. The top destinations for California escapees are states like Texas, Florida, Arizona, Idaho, and Tennessee. These states offer a tantalizing combination of lower costs, more space, business opportunities, and a less restrictive regulatory environment. It's no wonder that so many Californians are packing their bags and heading for greener pastures. Texas, in particular, has become a magnet for California businesses and residents. With its low taxes, business-friendly policies, and abundance of affordable housing, Texas is like a breath of fresh air for Californians feeling suffocated by the Golden State. Florida is another popular destination, attracting retirees and remote workers with its warm weather, no state income tax, and more relaxed lifestyle. And for those seeking a more laid-back vibe and a lower cost of living, states like Arizona, Idaho, and Tennessee are proving to be attractive alternatives. U-Haul data shows a massive surge in outbound moves from California, with these states topping the list of destinations. It's a clear indication that the California exodus is real, and it's showing no signs of slowing down. So is California doomed? Is the Golden State destined to become a shadow of its former self? Well, it's a complex question with no easy answers. On the one hand, California still has a lot going for it. It's still a global leader in innovation, technology, and entertainment. It has a vibrant culture, stunning natural beauty, and a spirit of creativity that's hard to find anywhere else. But on the other hand, the challenges facing California are real and significant. The cost of living is unsustainable, crime is on the rise, and the political climate is increasingly divisive. The state is at a crossroads, and the choices it makes in the coming years will determine its fate. Can California address its affordability crisis, improve public safety, and bridge the political divide? Or will it continue down a path of decline, losing its status as a beacon of opportunity and prosperity? Only time will tell what the future holds for California, but one thing is certain, the Golden State is facing a defining moment in its history. So now you know the truth behind the California exodus in 2025. It's not just one issue, it's everything combined. High costs, crime, politics, taxes, housing, and a shifting vision of the American dream, all of these factors are contributing to the mass departure from the Golden State. It's a complex issue with no easy solutions, but one thing is clear: California is at a crossroads. The choices it makes in the coming years will determine whether it can reclaim its status as a land of opportunity, or whether it will continue down a path of decline. What do you think? Is California still worth it, or is it time to move on? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Like and share this video if you found it eye-opening, And don't forget to subscribe to MRFACTNOVA, where facts meet clarity. Until next time, stay curious.